Hi everybody, it's me Anthea, doing something that puts me completely out of my comfort zone, which is a live video. Excuse me, because I'm going to have to read my notes because this really makes me nervous. I'm not a public speaker, but as you most probably have gathered if you've looked at my tweets, I'm not having one of my good days. And I'm coming on here to explain myself because sometimes I do things that don't make me feel remotely proud of myself personally. And another one of my problems is I rarely open up to anybody. I find that really difficult. So actually I can't believe I'm going to do this on here to you all on Twitter, but here goes anyway. So I'm Anthea, and I'm the product of the very real consequences that suicide can have on others, especially when it's the suicide of someone close to you, like my husband. More than 2 years ago, after getting home from work, I found my husband dead in the most awful circumstances, and I still struggle big time. At the moment, I'm lucky because I am starting now to get more good days than bad. But I can't always gauge when I'm going to have a bad day or even how bad a bad day is going to be. So what I try to do, I try to live my life a day at a time. My quandary is that very few people understand me. And that's mainly because I very rarely let people get close to me. My husband took his life because he felt worthless, and he wanted to escape a lot of hurt and pain that I knew he was in, and I totally understand that. But what's happened is that for me, not only was it the most devastating event in my life ever, it felt like the biggest rejection I've ever experienced in my life. And the net result of that is that I myself feel worthless now. And I'm so scared of being rejected again that what I tend to do is I push people away to protect myself. And I'm finding that I do that to a few people who are special to me and don't remotely deserve it. But being on the butt end of suicide, something it does, it really heightens your sensitivity to positive and negative things in life. And you find it really hard sometimes to find a middle ground. And my additional problem is that the main source of my logic and reason to my predominantly emotional side was my husband. And of course, he's no longer here. So I'm trying to muddle through all this on my own, and I just feel like I'm completely lost sometimes. The other thing I do know, though, is that I'm far from perfect, as I've told you a number of times. But what I hope is that I'm humble enough to recognise and admit my mistakes and learn from them for the future. And the biggest lesson I've learned today is the negativity I have can sometimes inflict on others because of a total abject fear of being hurt again. And two wrongs don't make a right, apart from in maths, if I remember my O level correctly. So whilst I don't necessarily expect people to forgive me my mistakes, I hope that you will at least try and understand them, because I really try my hardest to be a nice person, and I would never intentionally mean harm to anyone. I just find it really hard to rationalise things sometimes, especially on my bad days. And that's what's happened today. And so that's it. That's my philosophical reflection over with for today. I hope this isn't too long. And now I'm going to bugger off, take my lovely dog Albert for a walk and try and turn it around, because I like to spread positivity as much as possible. We're having such a hard time at the moment. So all I'll say is I'm so sorry if I offend anybody. I really don't mean it. Thank you. Bye.